Hello grapplers and welcome to a new video. It's time to talk about Elena. This is gonna include good things and bad things about everything I say. Let's start with the poking. I think her poking is interesting. Crouching Light Punch has a lot of range actually. The only 4 frames she has, Standing Light Kick is 5, Standing Light Punch is 5, and Crouching Light Kick is 5. As for distance pokes, you have 2 that are really decent. Standing Medium Punch, pretty decent, you'll see good range. Crouching medium kick, you'll see that this is actually -4, so it's punishable if you're super close to them. And sometimes you can poke with standing heavy kick. I don't necessarily think this button is that good, it's mostly about standing medium punches and crouching medium kicks. Now why is this button not that good? Because the reward of actually landing it is extremely low, even on punish counter. You'll see that you don't necessarily have the best conversions out of it. You have to use mostly meter. And standing heavy punch doesn't have the range. This is probably your punish counter starter, but we'll see punish counters in a second. And here there are 3 moves that whiff, 2 target combos and a proper move. The Rhino Horn just whiffs. Crouching medium kick target combo, crouching medium kick, crouching heavy kick, whiffs. And standing medium punch, whiffs. This is a little bit funny, because actually if they're crouching and you get the punish counter, you re-stand with that one. This already creates issues in her poking game, because standing medium punch is cancelable into supers during the first hit, which I guess is kinda cool, but the standing medium punch whiffs a lot. You always have to be very wary of people just walking and crouching, using crouching medium punches, crouching medium kicks, because she will not punish that correctly. And at that point you only get a single poke. If you get the single poke is +3, so you're not gonna get much. That means she's mostly a single poke character at this range. It's very hard for her to convert, unless you see something like a drive rush and you are absolutely sure they're standing, so you can use standing medium punch twice and go into something like this or this. I'm not really sure how many frames you have between the first hit and the second hit, but it seems like if you go for the standing medium punch, you cannot do anything about it. Sometimes it's very hard to get this. If you do this late, you don't convert or you don't cancel into the DI, so it's very easy for people to use DI in between. You have to do it immediately, and that is very difficult in a real match. It's basically not really good for you. And before I forget, talking about DI is actually very strong against her. You can DI the Rhino Horn even, or this. I've heard people say that she is very flexible in combos, and in some ways she is. For example, if you combo from lights like this, you can combo into DP. That's cool. You can combo into this. Nice. And if they're standing, you can also combo into that. For the buttons that can cancel into something, you can actually cancel into a lot of things. However, the reality is that you're only gonna do one sequence because it's the best sequence you can get normally. Either you DRC from the crouching medium punch or the 2 standing medium punches, you go into this. This actually gives you a +36, which is pretty good for her because she has the crouching light kick into overhead, and that is a meaty overhead +4 on hit, safe on block. I think it's -2 or -1. Or you can kill frames with crouching light kick, crouching light punch into crouching medium kick, which makes it a -2 +6 on hit. And a +6 on hit means that this combos, because this is a 6 framer. So basically you can get a sequence like this. Something like that. Pretty decent. You can loop it, of course. You can get this and get into this again. Her combo potential is there, but it's not necessarily as flexible as you think. You're always gonna do the same stuff. And if you get something like a punish counter, I've seen a lot of players do this. You can get a combo like that, but it's always gonna be the same combo. You're gonna end in DP. Her conversion into supers is a little bit curious. Super level 1 is very flexible, and you can have a follow-up, a DP follow-up, with the heavy one version. like this to increase the damage. But you're not gonna get that much out of super level 1 because it has no invincibility to anything. It's basically an anti-air super combo ender. And that's it. It's an anti-air, it's pretty good by the way. But that's it. That's how you work with super level 1. So she can be pressured in the corner very easily. And almost everything you do can lead into any of the 3 supers. Only the super level 3 is actually pretty rewarding. Super level 2 is just a damaging super. I recovered like 1,000 health points, more or less, maybe a little bit more. Considering that you sacrifice all of this damage, boom. I don't know if it's worth it. The good thing about the super level 2 is that it travels super far. Boom, that's a huge travel distance. And that will be your anti-fireball tool, because the spin in this game, I think this is likely a thing that they didn't test properly, because the spin doesn't fight fireballs that well. You'll see that I'm not really escaping the fireball war. So I have to react so early into the animation to actually survive the fireball. The OD version is better though, as you might expect, but still not good. Even with the OD version, sometimes it's hard to get something. If I do it late, I'm still eating the fireball. If you hit someone with a spinning scythe, which is this move, and you press forward punch, any of the punches, you go into the spin. This is basically the mix-up, and you'll see that I'm technically -3 here. This is a mix-up for both Elena and the opponent. If you don't commit to anything, you have to guess between the opponent recognizing that and parrying or just blocking. Some players have been pressing buttons here, especially crouching light punches. That beats some options. Let me put here, boom, crouching light punch. You'll see that they beat that one. However, they lose to this, the unsafe launcher. And here you can get a combo, of course. And the other thing you can use to beat the 4-framers is forward light kick, this variable of the attack, which in the corner leads to a full combo if you dry rush right away. You can do the double DP and go into this, the Rhino Horn, so you have some options if you do get this version. You have to mix the opponent up, and if they are blocking for some reason, this is +1. So your mix-up here is either throw or crouching light kick, which sounds fantastic. If you commit to the launcher, which is the risky option, you're gonna be -4. Punishable here because you're right next to them. And the mallet masher is actually the best option on block because you're gonna be +3 in range for throw. I feel is not really that strong because the opponent can just block and then commit to something, or they can just press the jab and you're gonna be in a 50-50 situation. Do you go for the follow-ups or you just wait? It is good if you're learning how to play against Elena. If they don't know, you're gonna be mixing up with this all day and then go into this. In order for you to get the moves I mentioned, you have to do them from the spinning scythe. Just one spin gives you this, which is -5, this, -9, and this masher, which is -3. So nothing great about that. You can use the OD version to get immediately the powerful ones. Like this, you'll see that is the variable with the actual mallet masher, which is +3. Meter with this character is a little bit curious. You want to use the meter not necessarily for OD moves, but rather for DRCs, because you want to convert the DRC combos and do the corner carry. Also, before I forget, I don't think I mentioned this, but if you want to re-stand someone, you need to use the standing medium kick, standing heavy kick target combo, or crouching heavy punch. That means almost all the combos you're gonna do with this character involve crouching heavy punch at some point. And also super level 3, QCV kick. It seems like it's a good anti-air, but it isn't. It's mostly a combo ender, and this is gonna be another funny thing about Elena. There are some combos that don't go into super level 3, and that's a big issue. For example, this. No super level 3. So if you convert to that sequence, you have two options. You either let this connect fully and go into super level 3, or you go into the Rhino Horn heavy kick immediately into super level 3. In the corner, this doesn't matter. Taking all of what I've said into consideration, what do I feel about Elena? She's a very balanced character. Maybe too balanced for this game. She has some really interesting stuff, like the Link song. I think this is actually pretty unique to her. But it's not working for this game. The Oki in the corner is strong, but everyone has Oki here. Her super level 1 not working as a reversal puts her in the same group as Zangief, Dalsim, DJ. So she cannot, if she has super level 1 ending burnout, she's gonna die in the corner. So that's another issue. Her poking is very committal. So that's not good in this game, basically. In a game where crouching medium kicks DRC exist, very strong standing heavy punches, some really powerful standing heavy kicks. She has a sway and also back heavy kick. I have never been in a position where this move actually saves me, even against grapplers. So I don't know the purpose of this thing. It's not even that useful on hit. You'll see that if I do it and I press back heavy kick, I'm not gonna be in range to anything. So I don't know. As for the sway, I guess it can work with a 28 frame, and you'll see that I'm gonna put this guy crouching. It's not an overhead, so that makes it way less useful than DJ. Also, it is slower than Luke, and I think it's also slower than Jamie, so I'm not really sure about this. It has a follow-up, so I guess that's something. And the follow-up is pretty easy to hit confirm. And if they block it, at least you're gonna be safe, I guess. So that's something. And this is only the heavy version. The light version and the medium versions are not really that good to escape pressure. I don't know who's the target audience of this character. Do you want to poke? She reminds me of Manon in some ways, like with very strange situational poking. Is that the character you like? Do you like pressure on drive rush? You'll see that basically her pressure is crouching medium punch, and that's it, because crouching medium kick is not cancelable. A standing medium kick can't cancel, but you'll see that the range of this move is laughable, and this is the only plus frame move without drive rush, +1. Her pressure on block is absolutely awful, because the only thing she can do is something like this if they're not pressing a crouching light punch. And if you want to frame trap, you have to use crouching light kick, which is a mid. People that know this character will just parry standing. I have to be point blank, and then I can throw. And I'm throwing with a +1. If I do something like this, it's a little bit better because I'm gonna be +5. So technically, you can delay it just 1 frame. But it's very common for Elena to do this on block because, well, it's one of the few things you have. And this has a 1 frame gap, so if someone is smashing their DP, they're gonna escape this. And you're not in range for the second medium kick to throw. So it's a lot of weird stuff. And if you do something like this and the second medium kick connects as a counter hit, like this, which is cool, but you have to recognize immediately that the second hit connected. So you can go into... Because if this happens later, after the second medium kick, boom, I'm getting hit by the crouching light punch. Otherwise, I have to go for crouching light kick. Sorry, crouching light punch. And that is my combo. And from here, I cannot go into standing medium kick. I'm gonna be +7 with nothing to convert. Except, I guess, standing light kick. But if they're crouching, that whiffs. So now we go into a lot of weird stuff over here. Basically, you have to commit sometimes. And go into this. Most of the time, if you're playing the neutral game, you're either gonna go for standing medium kick, crouching medium punch, and this button tends to whiff a lot, also super easy to whiff punish. So I'm gonna be playing like this, DP, sweep sometimes, and that's gonna be your game plan almost 90% of the time. If you get a combo, you're almost always gonna go into the spinning side because it gives you corner carry and it's very easy to hit confirm. By the way, the third hit, before I forget, I actually forgot about this. This is super easy to punish on block. There's nothing you can do, you're gonna die there. The third hit is actually a hide. They can DI or DP or crouching medium punch, crouching heavy punch, they can do whatever. She's very boring in the way you play her. Doesn't have the sauce at all. Her animations are, I don't know if they're good or they look funny. Maybe it's the character. Also, I had to use the secondary outfit because the outfit one, there's something weird about how she looks. I don't know if it's the hair, the pants, but there's something weird about how she looks. So I had to change it. Like the way she moves with that outfit looks absolutely weird. Same with the outfit 3, to be honest. She's overall extremely weak. She has the potential to be better though. That's something I'm gonna say. She has the potential to be a great character. When Terry dropped, just to compare her to another new DLC, he was okay, but we cannot say he was strong. He was okay. After the first patch, he became better, giving him more tools like the standing heavy punch being +1. And now with this latest patch, he's actually pretty freaking good. I think the same thing can be applied to Elena. She has some interesting things like, I don't know, forward heavy punch, you can confirm this and go into the combo. And you have a character with a DP, which is also a good thing. But she's weaker than, for example, Jamie, especially this version of Jamie. If you want to play a whiff punish character that has more souls, you should go to Jamie. If you want to do more damage, you can play Marisa. There's a lot of characters that do whatever she's doing better. Her version of Street Fighter 6 is not fun, at least for me. She's absolutely not fun. Extremely simple, a very one-note type of character with a lot of weaknesses. You're ending the season with this one. I think if they wanted really to put Elena in this game, she should have been like the second character at best and maybe end with Terry. I feel no one is playing her. Like the time I've been ranking, even beyond the 1500, I'm around 1600 something right now. I haven't seen a lot of Elena. It's mostly the same characters, Luke, Guile, you know, the usuals. There's a lot of issues. I'm gonna keep playing her because I want to know how to counter her with Zangief. By the way, Tundra is not the answer before I forget. Some people will think that you might Tundra everything, and while you can, she has a really good load to punish Tundra, and this thing is not Tundra friendly, so you already have two things that are not really good to use Tundra for, so that's enough for me to not use it. However, overall, I'd say Zangief deals pretty well against Elena, if you're wondering. I don't think this is a bad matchup technically. If you play patient, this is not a bad matchup. Also, as I said before, her poking is mostly one poke and commit, so she's not gonna be like other characters who can just blindly mash everything, so that's a good thing for Zangief. If you really like this video, please subscribe, go to the Siberia Lab on Twitch. I stream a lot of Street Fighter and other games too. Take care of yourselves, keep playing grapplers, hydrate, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.